Hello
Because
and
if you remember
welcome
last
to
week,
hello and welcome to episode 12 of the 3GN podcast. I am Danny and I'm joined by my lovely jubbly co-hosts Chris
Hello.
and Gary.
hi, you
Now,
really threw me out. You
stink
really threw me there.
lines, stink lines are not real. We continue. I have to record this discussion. Gary, you say stink lines are real. Please explain your
No,
explanation.
Danny. You've already stated. You've already stated it's not real.
Yeah,
I have been pulling the wool over your eyes, and the fact that you've been doubting yourself has only solidified the
I-
fact that you needed to look.
Gary, I never thought they were real. I was so confused that you thought they were real.
I never said I
But
thought they
Danny,
were real. I asked, how
could
do you
be
know
real.
they're not?
Wait, what?
Right. If something stinks, oh, okay. Rotting material can produce enough heat to create steam.
Yes.
Now and again, steam can be visibly seen, so they can be classed as stink lines.
But that's not the actual odor themselves. The odor is a byproduct, just like the steam is, but they're not the same.
Steam smells like hot water.
The particles of the stench is carried on the steam, so they can be stink lines.
I can't believe how do we get here? How do we get to this point?
Because we wanted to mess with Danny's mind.
I love that he decided to start recording first time.
Well, I had to.
Yep.
I thought, Gary, you were gonna start giving some bullshit of like, well, stink lines are actually real. But then Chris
Why would I
showed
Why
them,
would I do
and
bullshit?
now you're fucking with me again. You're fucking with me again. Saying the stink lines are real. Stink lines are not real. They're in cartoons. They're green. They're wobbly. They're not real. I'm ending this discussion.
And yet you see them to prove they exist.
The concept of stink lines, the philosophy of stink lines in modern culture, in mostly animated and or drawn culture, in that concept, stink lines are real. But in actual existence, like in real life, that concept cannot be transferred.
Okay, you can tell something stinks by physically looking at it. This is true.
How?
Have you not seen someone with sweaty armpits? Like those big stains?
Yes, but the only reason why we know those stink is because of previous interactions with stinky armpits. Now, if you had never if you had never smelled a stinky armpit and nobody had ever told you armpits are stinky, from a distance you wouldn't be able to know that they're stinky because you've never been. That's basically just humanity teaching our kids the important things, which are like shit stinks, armpits stink. But we don't even have.
That me and Gary love to mess with Danny's mind.
Yeah, and we're ending this discussion.
Good, because I was going to say, over the course of the week, I have played mostly the mobile games, but also a tiny bit of Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Ooh, now that's something I want to talk about.
Well, I only really did it out of minor boredom and the fact that I had a few things I could have done, so I decided, I can do those.
Okay.
But it
Yeah.
mostly just consisted of punching people, so...
Wait, you
You're
punch?
getting back into the use of the controls for the new DLC, was it?
Yeah, I'm getting ready for the new deals.
Yeah.
Is that all you've played?
No, I did say I've played the mobile games I play. Fair bit of Pokemon Go. Done some trades on there. And there was a bit of Dragon Ball Legends. And in fact, the other day, I think I was expecting one of you to ask me if we were going to be recording for one of the game pieces. And I didn't get the call from you to say, hey, are we recording today? So I ended up for 12 hours watching the Dragon Ball Games Battle Hour stream, which was basically just a virtual event, and there were like 5 different channels that were all streaming various things. But they all kind of segued at certain points into the same thing, and that was just because I wanted something that was going to be broadcast over here at a little bit before 6 a.m.
So something just to keep you awake. And plus you're interested in the material.
I mean, I was vaguely interested in the material. I just kind of kept flip-flopping between channels because there were certain parts that started boring me. It was kind of fun watching some of the past game developers of Dragon Ball games overall play some of the Budokai games and just prove they are so bad at them.
Yeah, just because you
Yes.
develop a game doesn't mean you're good at it.
Well, I believe even the guy who actually worked on the Budokai game specifically, because there were some from all sorts of different Dragon Ball games in the past. I mean, the guy who made Dragon Ball Legends, the mobile game, he was on there, and he played a bit of it. And I think he was the only one actually really good at the game.
So what you did was basically use multiple streams and almost used it as a virtual convention, so to speak.
No, it actually was designed as a virtual convention. They had multiple streams set up for the purpose of being able to see the different areas. And
Yeah, but
there was even merchandise.
You'd follow one to a certain bit. If it's not something you're interested in, you'd switch over.
Pretty much.
So you're not stuck there watching one person go over to something you're not keen on.
Well, I mean, they were advertising the card game, the Dragon Ball Super card game, during the section that featured Dragon Ball Legends, and I was trying to watch for Dragon Ball Legends as well because, I mean, it's nice to know this sort of information, considering I play the game. I mean,
yeah.
So it was just kind of nice to be able to switch out and have a look at someone making a diorama for the series. That was a really cool one.
That does sound cool.
Yeah, they were challenged to make a diorama within 12 hours.
Oh shit!
Ooh.
They did it too.
Did it look
Good
nice?
on
There
them.
was also, I'm sorry, what was that?
Well, I was
Did
gonna
it look
ask.
good?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I actually didn't clearly hear that because I started moving. Sorry.
Was it a good diorama, or did it look like something that I would have made in 12 hours?
It was a good one.
Okay, that's
Referenced a famous scene from the series as well and everything. It looked
Ooh.
great. And there was another section dedicated to Dragon Ball Fighters. I didn't watch that because I'm not a fan of 2D fighting games. Smash Bros is a bit of an exception, but that's a platformer fighter, so I don't really count it. But then there's also there was the developers playing the older games. There was the section dedicated to Dragon Ball Legends and the Dragon Ball Super card game, which I watched. There was Dragon Ball Fighters, there was the diorama, and there was probably the most interesting piece was a mosaic art piece that was being made exclusively out of screenshots taken from various Dragon Ball games. And in total, there were 4,500 little images, and they managed to put them all together to make this one great image of Goku firing off a blast. And it looked amazing.
That sounds
because
pretty
it
cool.
actually looked like one of the artworks that's in Dragon Ball Legends, which I thought was even cooler.
Yeah.
Well, Danny's going to have a difficult time trying to find that image.
Oh, don't worry, I'll sort something out about that.
Oh, well, honestly, usually the images I put up are mostly just when we mention games.
I mean, technically, that's literally exclusively game screenshots forming a mosaic image.
I mean, I'll put it in if you ask me to, but as a baseline, I usually just put in, like, you mentioned Dragon Ball Xenoverse. I'd put in the picture of that the second you said that. But that reminds me of something I wanted to talk to you about, but that's not really relevant for the podcast itself. I can talk to you about it afterwards.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
But aside from that, I can't say I've really done much else.
Okay. Well, Chris, do you want to go, or should we break the mold and I go first?
I'll go. Well, I've not actually done all that much gaming. What I have done has been Terraria.
Ooh.
Terraria is
Yeah.
a game, though.
It is.
What I have played,
Okay.
I've kind of been up for a while, sleep deprived.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
Yeah, I've got one of my favorite weapons, and it's just my favorite just for how random it is.
Is it the ball on the chain?
No,
No, that's a yo-yo. I forgot.
the thing I like is the bee gun.
The bee gun.
Yeah,
I
it just shoots off loads of bees that home in on the target and just attack for small damage,
do you get
but
that?
they can hit multiple times.
Is that the gun you can craft from the bits of the plant boss?
No, you have to take out the queen bee,
Oh yeah,
and it's a random drop.
I remember that. Well, I don't remember. I never played that, but I watched somebody play through all of Terraria.
Hmm.
But I never got that weapon.
It's actually an early game boss, the queen bee.
I haven't played Terraria in many years.
Yeah,
A lot of bosses have been added.
I do like the bee grenade. They just explode and release a load of bees.
Oh god, not the bees.
It's because I can use them against the wall of flesh. They
Yeah,
just home in on the hungry tendril things and just destroy them.
I think I did. I think I have beaten the wolf flesh once.
But while the bees are attacking, you can switch out what gun you've got if you want to, and just go crazy while your mana recharges, because it uses mana and not bullets.
Yeah, I usually use the demon scythe. Well, no, usually last time I beat the wolf of flesh, I used the demon scythe, and then also some sort of gun. It's been too
Isn't
many
the
years.
I thought the demon scythe was a post wall of flesh item.
Is it? I think I used. I mean, again, it's been like 4 years, so I could be remembering
Yeah,
that incorrectly. I was just pretty sure I used that. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Knowing myself, I'm probably wrong.
quite possibly.
Yeah. But now you're making me want to play Terraria again. Even though I know I'll never
One
finish
other
it.
weapon. At some point, I've become the arachnid warrior. I
Oh.
take the spider armor and the summoning staff.
Oh, yeah.
Because then I've just got this small swarm that fights for me. And that's just hilarious.
Chris?
Because it is just farming material then. Yeah, you were saying, Gary?
Well, you mentioning about being an arachnid warrior just reminds me of you and your spider-like hands when you want to hold like 30 different things in one hand.
Oh, God. Don't remind me. Ugh.
Yes, I have long fingers.
That picture of you with the can, one of those big cans where you can hold it with a finger on each like end of it. It's just, god damn. Those are some spiggly
Okay,
ass hands.
for reference, a Monster energy drink size can, and my middle finger can be on the top, while my thumb can be on the bottom.
I can vaguely do that, but my fingers are a tiny bit smaller.
My fingers can't. My fingers can almost do. I can hold it, but my fingers aren't actually touching the top and the bottom, but like the edges of them.
Yeah, I have long, thin fingers.
Chris, stop. I'm sure there are women that will start calling you now.
Please, Chris, give me a finger. Oh wait, no, your finger. Oh, I get it now. Forget what I said. I thought you
Maybe I was thinking of the other joke, but we agreed not to. We agreed not to go there.
I thought you were talking about cannibalism.
Yes,
I don't.
cannibalism.
I don't know why you were.
That's totally what I was referring to, Danny.
Well, I'm stupid. Oh, you know what? I started feeling a bit sick. I'm a bit nauseous. I'm not gonna get things.
That's fair.
Okay.
But
Don't think I've played anything else, but I might think about setting up my old PS2 and having a replay through of something.
I mean, I know what I'm gonna play on my PS2. I'm gonna play Constantine, the movie game for no reason.
You know, if I end up finding it, I'll probably just play Digimon World, the PS1 game, but on my PS2 because screw setting on the PS1.
That was back when Sony allowed backwards compatibility. They're not so happy with that anymore. Damn
I
you,
mean, Nintendo
Sony.
kind of flip-flops with backwards compatibility, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, at least we know.
It's because they want you to rebuy the game.
Yeah, I know.
And that's a bit dirty.
I mean, Xbox, they're good on that. Xbox isn't the perfect game. Well, Microsoft isn't the perfect game studio, but when it came to Xbox and backwards compatibility, they're the ones that I believe do it correctly.
Yeah.
You can play Xbox games on the Xbox One.
Well, I think that is just what I've played, and I don't think there's anything else. So it's on to you, Danny.
Oh yeah, I'm getting ready. I'm getting up and heated. I'm taking my balls out and I'm dipping them in various different substances just to get myself ready for this. I played MCC.
Should have seen that one coming.
I muted to take a drink.
I know.
And you almost make me choke on it.
I also stopped talking specifically because I noticed you both were muted. So I wanted there to be an awkward silence.
I muted because I'm just concerned that there might be some background interruption at some point. So I cut that off if there is.
Oh well, I think we'll be fine. But yes, I played MCC, got the challenges. I'm still confused of when the new season starts. I've been saying it starts at different times each week and I've been wrong every time. And now when I Google when is the release date, it says the 2nd of March.
Looks at current day.
Yes, I know. It's the 10th today and it's not released yet. So I'm confused.
It's the 10th for you. It's still the 9th for us.
Yeah. You know what I mean.
Hey, we've still got it.
You know what I mean. I'm walking here. I'm walking. No, I'm gonna stop doing that joke. But yeah,
anything else other than the Master Collection?
Well, yeah, I played. I keep playing some more Dead Island. I want to finish that game. Oh god. Oh god. I don't know if I should say this after rehab.
Did you play FTL?
I played some more FTL. I unlocked the new Sultan Cruiser Layout C.
Yay!
But
okay,
God.
well, this is still early in the video. If you want to see us do FTL videos, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, if you want to see,
then it will just give us some encouragement to do so.
I mean, I think we're gonna do it eventually, anyways.
Lewis.
But we might step on the metal we might step on pedals and eat some metal to get it done. You know what I mean? Step on my balls. No. So I played FTL, played MCC, played Dead Island, but yesterday and today I started playing something completely new. Mince Raft, also known as Minecraft. I know.
Oh.
I know. I like Minecraft. It's a fun and relaxing game where I basically just make a small hut and then I fish forever.
Yes. You use it as a fishing simulator.
Yeah, I think it's fun.
Danny, if you want a fishing simulator, just wait until we unlock Big's missions in Sonic Adventure.
Well, the thing is, I like the fishing in Minecraft because it gives me XP. I fish up cool stuff, like I fished up a fishing rod with Luck of the Sea to lure to mending and breaking. And then I just kept fishing with that until I fished up an enchantment book with infinity on it. I also fished up 100 different bows, so I found a bow that had like, I don't know, flame, power 4, knockback 1, you know, a lot of shit on it. And then I put infinity on it, so now I have a super bow that is infinite ammo. Only because I fished. I literally got a super bow with infinite ammo from fishing. That's why I like fishing in Minecraft. And because I'm a basic bitch.
It's not because you're too terrified to go into the mines. And because you'll get killed instantly. Time and time again.
I did not find diamonds and 50 iron ore in a cavern underground, and then right as I was about to go into my tunnel to return back home, 3 zombies, a skeleton, and a creeper showed up killing me. That didn't happen. And after that happened, I didn't definitely start fishing and realized that I just rather do that. That didn't happen, Chris. That didn't happen at all.
This just makes me think that it would be fun to see Danny playing Smash Bros. As Steve.
I would like to play Smash Bros.
Yes, but I know that you want to play as Kirby.
Yeah.
But I think it would be fun to see you play as Steve, mainly because I still
He'll
don't
try
really
to build a
get
forbidden monument.
Wait, what was that?
He'll try to build a forbidden monument.
Oh, you mean the one that Brett made on Halo Reach way back when?
Yeah, close enough.
The obstacle one?
Yeah, the obstacle course that you very, very eloquently dubbed Satan's Penis.
Oh yeah, I remember Satan's Penis. I should make Satan's Penis again. And then I should play
You
on
never
it.
made it to begin with.
No, I mean, well, I should make it now. By again...
You should make it in Minecraft.
Oh god, no, I can't. I wonder if I can go back and find it. If I went in on Reach on my Xbox, do you think I could find that map so I could study it and then try to recreate it in MCC on the PC?
If I had a half-decent 360 controller to work with, what I would do is I would go on to Thingy and I would add it to my file share, because I know I've got the map somewhere on there.
Oh dear.
I should look into that. Oh, yeah, games I've played. Every time I try not to say
You've said MCC, you've said Dead Island, you've said Minecraft. Was there anything else?
No.
Then we're done.
I was just gonna say, every time I'm trying to stop saying and so every time I start saying I just keep doing it. Like but I'm probably gonna edit that out so nobody knows. So Dream Futures. Yeah, I can do that better. Dream Futures.
Ah yes, Dream Future.
Do any of you boys...
I've got one. It's rather simple.
Ooh.
Yep. My dream future is to get a bacon sandwich.
Well, in that respect, then, my immediate response is my dream future is to convince Danny to make that Bacon's Revenge emote for the Discord server that I referenced last night.
You guys are sullying the name of Dream Future.
Okay, fine. Fine, but technically you said it's something that will be achievable in the future, and if I don't convince you, then it's not achievable, thus not realistic.
What I said is I'll do it. I said, yeah, sure, I'll do it, but just not right now. And that was yesterday.
Yes, that was yesterday. You've had the entire day.
Gary, I'm a busy man. I edit stuff.
I know.
So sometimes I like to take a break and play some Minecraft and watch a VOD of a stream that I couldn't watch live because I had to edit. And I can't listen to things and edit at the same time.
Yeah, my real dream future is...
Like, it would ruin the editing, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I'd miss stuff. But Chris...
My real dream future is just getting out of the house again. Still suffering from cabin fever. The insanity's kicking in.
It's not game related, but I'll accept it. As the judge of dream futures, that one I'll accept.
Okay, hang on a minute. Chris, may I make a suggestion for how you can tweak yours to make it game related again?
Being able to go out to the old game shops.
That's not what I was going to suggest. I was just going to suggest you were able to come around here more. Because that's what we do. We play games.
Unacceptable.
Couch co-op. Being able to do that again.
Big time.
I'm just fucking with you. That is acceptable. Gary, do you have a dream future?
Fuck, I had one and I forgot it. Shit.
Yeah, dream future seems a bit disorganized this week.
Yeah.
The good news is at least Andy only has one this week, right?
You're right. I only have one this week. You're right. But I'm not going to say it until you say yours.
Put away a piece of paper listing too.
No. Actually, I did only think about one this week. But if we keep talking about it, I'll probably think of another. But Gary, did you have a dream future, or did you not?
You go. I'll keep thinking.
Well, my dream future relates to something I talked about earlier.
Ooh.
I want to do a Minecraft series with you two.
I might be up for that, but I doubt Gary will be.
Well, if Gary wants...
I'm not too big on Minecraft. The only thing I'd really do is like just constantly farm the same materials with my bare hands.
Well, then I'd want to do a series with Chris. That said, if we do that, we're not becoming a Minecraft channel. I don't want to be just Minecraft channel.
You don't want to be a one-note. I actually forgot the saying.
One-note horse, one-note song, one-note man with his
Take your pick of whatever he said, guys. You'll have something.
I don't want to do the same thing all the time.
We don't want to be pigeonholed into Minecraft.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But I do want to do...
Otherwise, I wouldn't even have a thing to do. Like, come on.
Well, yeah, but especially if Gary doesn't want to play it. So that's why I'd like to do a series, but we do that, and then maybe in a year or 2 years we do something with a mod or something. But that's even just a maybe, because if we don't feel like it, we won't do it.
I wouldn't mind playing Minecraft with mods just to try it out.
I mean, we could...
just because I've only had the vanilla experiences.
See, the thing is, I was thinking that we'd do a series where it was vanilla, and then maybe mods later, but we could start by doing one with mods, and then if we want to play it again, we could try doing a vanilla one or something, or maybe like a different type of mod. There are a shit ton of mods.
Something. You guys have just given me an idea by discussing mods. Why not play the game with mods for so long that you get too used to it with mods, so that when you play it without mods, it'll be a shock to your systems that this is how the game's intended to be played.
It'll be a breath of fresh air.
Hold on. What I'm thinking is, then, if you play the game effectively the way it's intended, that then becomes more interesting because you're not as used to it.
Yeah.
Basically, the idea is it'd be more fun watching you two struggle than it would if you know what you're doing.
Well, thanks a lot, Gary.
It's an example.
I just want to see you suffer. Oh.
I'm pretty sure that's what you just said.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Actually, no. What I heard Gary say, he said, "Do you know what? I hate Chris and Danny. I hate them with a passion, and I want to see them cry."
Here's the thing. If I hate you two, I hate myself more because I force myself to be here. Please help.
Oh, God. Went too dark too quick.
Yep, too dark.
But that was my very dark dream future. The darkness known as Minecraft.
Okay, I think I've got one.
Ooh, go on.
I'd actually like to play a proper co-op game with Chris. It's been a good long while, and we don't really have any ways of playing together during lockdown.
Yeah.
So I'd just like to tag team a massive horde of enemies or something. It'd be fun. Time.
Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah, good example.
That's a very wholesome dream future. I like that. That is.
I mean, I'd like to play co-op with all three of us, but
that's not gonna. I can't really do couch co-op. Obviously, being in a different country.
Look. Here's a thought. Put a controller on your couch, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then deliberately lose, and then just blame the couch for not playing.
But I will say I accept that dream future, and it actually gets an A+ in my book.
Yay!
Chris, you just scraped by with a C. Is C passed? I don't know.
Do you think I care about your grades?
No, that's why I didn't mention it with you. but luckily I always get S tier dream futures. Not biased, of course.
Because you're the one rating them.
No, it's got nothing to do with me being the judge, jury, and executioner. That's completely fair. Completely fair.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Here I thought you were the judge, I was the jury, and Chris was the executioner.
Okay. Main topic.
Yeah, we should get on. We usually try to start the topic like at a half hour mark. We're
Right.
How far in are we?
30 minutes and 34 minutes, so not too much, but
Not too bad. Right. Superpowers in games, and is there any that you'd like to have in person?
yeah, and but it's not so. It's also like, if could you think of a superpower that you want in a game that you'd also like in a person, but it doesn't even need to be a game that exists. That's the way I understood it as well. We were trying to make it very fluent.
Think of it more like, let's say you've seen a comic or a TV series where a character's got a superpower, and that's never had a game adaptation. How would you like to see it done?
See, all those things were different, but that's the whole thing, is that we can each decide what.
Yeah, it's kind of a broad example.
Yes,
basically.
so we can each choose which of those things we'd like to do. Now, Chris, would you like to start? I'm guessing you're going with a superpower you've seen in the game that you would want in real life, or...
These aren't quite powers I want in real life, but it's an observation. Right. In RPG games, you often get a crafting element to it. It might not be that extensive, but it's always a point of, okay, the main character learns this stuff rather quick. It might not be classed as a superpower, but it is definitely
superhuman.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, pay someone so much money and you learn a new technique.
I mean, I personally consider it super mimicry.
But but it also works like, hey, I bought this book, I read it once, and now I know how to craft this incredibly complicated thing forever.
Yeah, that's gameplay and story segregation.
But please do continue, Chris.
It's a power, but it's not often considered a power.
Yeah.
It's not considered a power within the context of a game, but yeah, it's...
In real life, that would be very powerful.
Yeah, because if someone could read a blueprint of a car engine, they might be able to reproduce it on their own. And that would be rather impressive.
Yeah, it's also like in the game 7 Days to Die, the way you get resources is you smash rocks and ores, and then you smelt them, and then you find stuff in bins and stuff. From that, you can make things like not helicopters, those kind of helicopters, but not quite. You can make motorcycles, you can make cars, just by reading books. You never, no education, no practice. You just do it, and then you put it in a workbench, and then you're done. If you could do that in real life, you could make a lot of money.
I mean, it's the intellect aspect.
Yeah.
I was just going to say
often...
that. Oh, never mind. Carry on, Chris.
It's not often considered power. Like, I've been playing Terraria, and the thing is, the guide has this power. If you take a material up to him, what can be used in crafting, he'll go, yeah, you can use that in such and such.
Oh, yeah.
All you need is such and such also, and then you can make it.
Yeah, he knows everything.
He knows every blueprint there is. The item might not even be in the world that you've created, and yet he'll still know that it's needed.
I mean, maybe he hypothesized its existence or something. I don't know.
Or maybe he's like the player who can go into different worlds with the same character, and he's just gone through so many worlds that he's learned literally everything there is to ever learn.
Man, that sounds like a lonely existence.
Yeah, but at least you can help.
Especially when you consider the guide Voodoo Doll.
Is that the one where you can kill him?
It's the thing you have to throw in lava to summon the wall of flesh.
Oh yeah, I remember that. And then he dies, and then you
get a new one.
Yeah, I think a new one shows up. Poor bastard.
Yeah, it's just that person, the guide, always has that ability. And since it's not just one person technically, but a whole list, it is teachable, I guess. But
I would definitely call that a superpower ability, at least in the same vein as that.
Yeah.
It also kind of reminds me of how Chuck works in Dead Rising 2.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's another example of
he
that.
technically knows how to make all of these things because you don't need the combination cards that tell you how to make them to be able to make them. But
Yeah,
getting
like
those combination cards enhances what you can do with it. So it's like he's got the know-how he reads on little cards, which is kind of weird
yeah.
because then that means that someone else has made those cards.
What else? Yeah, crafting. That's a thing. Like in Minecraft and Terraria, all you
Yeah.
have to do is get the materials, and then you know how to perfectly make it.
Yeah, even though in the console you don't make it the same way as on the PC, where in the PC you have to put it in the crafting table, like
Yeah,
in a certain pattern. But even that, taking 3 ingots and 2 sticks and making a fully working pickaxe, I mean, that's impressive. I can't do that. Oh, and actually, I think
yeah.
they have put in the thing where you can automatically make things in the PC as well.
Hmm.
Just because
Uh,
it's easier.
but imagine being able to take 2 bits of crap wood and just being able to go, yeah, I can make such and such out of this
Yeah.
and make it. Might be useful, would be lucrative, but it's not the power that I would want.
Go on.
The power I would want would be more of shape shifting,
Ooh.
and it wouldn't be. If I say I'm thinking more of prototype type shape shifting as well,
Oh, so you have
where
to
it's
eat
not.
people to be able to turn into them.
As
I've got a video.
it's not shape shifting to sort of form. It's more being able to drastically reshape your body.
So, like, you want to be able to become like a very flat surface on a wall.
Almost.
Yeah.
As I started explaining before while I was muted,
Yeah.
there was an old program where people can shift into animals and back to their human form, but not look like other people.
Animorphs?
I think that could have been it.
You know, I'm just gonna reference a DC character, Beast Boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, from Teen Titans before that show became shit. I mean, go on, Chris.
We all share the opinion, don't worry.
alright, but here's a weird concept if you can shapeshift drastically, like in Prototype. Could you shapeshift a part of your body into another organ? And would it stay like that if it was extracted?
Assumedly, I would say on a scientific side, if that's, say, removed from the body, you assumedly wouldn't have any mental signals telling it to change shape. So I would assume it would.
It's just if someone had shape-shifting powers and they could do that, they could quite literally become a organ donor, and all they would have to do is rebuild up biomass.
Okay, yeah, now,
Oh, you're trying to get them. You're trying to get everyone prepared for when we upload Carrion.
but I do now. I do agree. I was gonna say I don't, because if you kept doing that, you would lose. It's because you can't just produce things out of nothing. So like if you kept doing that, you'd eventually be nothing. It's like you can't have a what's it called? Organs and stuff are basically energy. We're all based on energy in the sense that energy is what sustains us and what brings life. You can't just make new energy. You can only harness it in different ways. But like you said, all
Yeah,
you had to do was
Yeah.
regain your biomass. Then yes. But what if you did that and you cut out the organ and then, like Gary said, there's nothing that's telling it to change shape, so maybe it will change back into just being goop.
if it
I
changes
mean,
back
yeah.
into goop, that's just
But what if? But we wouldn't know, because what if, like Gary actually said, it's not told to change, which means it just stays the same.
Hmm.
That's
it's a rare concept for a common ability.
yeah. I think that was cool. Then you could like create organs for all the people who need them, and you could make a shit ton of money. I mean,
yeah, I think a kidney on the black market is worth tens of thousands of dollars.
And the thing is, I was gonna say you could make a lot of money, but still help people in the sense that, let's say the biomass that you require to consume to create another kidney is probably less than $10,000, which means you can sell the kidneys for less, still make some money. The people who need a kidney can get it cheaper and without it being from the black market, which means somebody might have, gotten drugged and then woken up with
missing a kidney.
Missing a kidney, yeah. So you would make money, but you'd still be doing something good. And if somebody was like, I need it now, I don't have the money, but I'm gonna die, could always do a loan. Be like, yeah, you can have it for this price that you can't pay right now. Just pay me back.
I just thought it would be one of those weird concepts to just add on the end.
Yeah, I never thought.
And who wants to go after that?
I mean, mine isn't as.
There was something I was going to add to it, but I forgot it. Oh, sorry, Danny.
No, I was just gonna say, mine I can bring on one of those like weird philosophical levels, but I wasn't going to, but now I might have to just to be able to to compete with Chris's like infinite organs for everybody, shape-shifting. But Gary, do you want to go first or should I?
I was thinking about how you guys have now forced my hands, and I'm also now thinking, shit, I need to up the ante, so I need a little more time to think.
Well, then I can start with mine.
Okay.
What I'm thinking... Oh yeah, before we go on, we're gonna go over time. We've got 9 minutes left.
Yeah.
So, but that's fine. It's starting to be an hour and 5 and 10 minute podcast instead of an hour's podcast, but sometimes we just gotta, flesh out our
Get
topic.
on with it.
Yeah. Well, in fairness as well, there was a fair chunk of dead space.
Yeah, that's a couple of minutes, but let's not discuss this right now. My superpower that I also think would be cool in a game, but I would also like to have myself, is a type of technomancy, which basically allows me to control technology, but not so much I can make a toaster transform into a robot. More that I can...
No, it'd be more like talking to code, basically.
No, well, not really. Well, no. Okay, the way I thought of it is like there's an alien technology that I have a piece of technology that can be used to create things out of the loose atoms in everywhere, because there are just like loose molecules and atoms and all that stuff floating around that isn't something. But having the ability to turn that into technology, and in reality, if you could do that, you can make just about anything.
Oh wait, no, you said technomancy. I was thinking of technopathy. My mistake.
No, well, technomancy is, yeah, but you could also like turn the molecules within any technology to something else, which is kind of like transforming it. But I like my way better, and I've many times thought of, if I had that power, what would I use it for? Because it's not creating new energy. It's basically harnessing the energy from light, which is the sun, which is where all energy comes from, and using that to construct things from what seems like nothing, but is reality all the loose particles in all of the universe. And a thing I'd thought I would do with that was create a huge machine that can create planets. Now, I know what you're thinking. Danny, you're a crazy person. But
no, I'm thinking, what kind of Dr. Eggman scheme are you trying to come up with?
A scheme that might save humanity. Now, look. Planets are basically cosmic dust that has swirled into big clouds that have danced around the sun's gravitational pull until they've massed into, well, planets. Cosmic dust fills the entire universe. The thing about it is there's just not huge clumps of it everywhere. Like right now, a lot of cosmic dust hits our atmosphere and just burns up because it's, well, dust.
Dust.
Yeah. But if you could, what is it?
Make a giant flying net to catch the cosmic dust.
Yeah, a giant Hoover in space that could collect cosmic dust. In reality, you have the base components to every planet. And if I could do that...
Actually, yeah, you got a point there.
Yeah, and if you could do that, of course, the technology to be able to do that is basically at the level of being more advanced than a Dyson sphere, which is so advanced that it's such a mega structure that all the resources on Earth wouldn't be enough to create one. So that's why it's like, it's not, I'm not saying, hey, let's go do that. Hey, NASA, I'm calling up NASA. Hey, get on that. I'm not doing that. It's basically like if you had this superpower of being able to create technology out of nothing, you could create the technology for that to be possible. And then you could in reality create planets that had the same size as Earth around stars that are similar to ours, or even, Christ, even see if you could create new stars by like siphoning dying stars in the middle of nowhere in space, siphoning their energy and reallocating it into the same density and mass as our star. I haven't thought much about creating new stars, more like planets. But you can reality.
I mean, a planet is. I was just going to say a planet technically is a star, sort of. It's.
So basically,
it's based on time of observation.
I didn't know planets were stars. But
you basically want to be able to create critical point of mass within a asteroid belt, and then the asteroids will start clumping together.
Well, not even, because cosmic dust is everywhere, so you could reality create it and then apply the same heat and pressure that it would have, basically simulating the effects around a star to create the materials to construct a planet.
I get that, but the best material is asteroid belts because it is that process, but it's stagnated.
Yeah, but well, yeah, I'd have to look more into that. I only thought about collecting only the cosmic dust because I wouldn't want to go around sucking up all the asteroids just to.
So basically,
with your giant.
I was thinking of a most uninvasive way of creating new planets from already existing materials.
I say, it reminds me of a scene from X-Men. I think it was the third film where Magneto breaks out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
To get material in near him, a guard was injected with iron particles.
Yeah.
And then he was just able to pull them out and just clump them together to create spheres. You basically want to do that, but on a greater scale.
Yeah, with the cosmic dust. Using huge machines created from loose atoms. But like I said, the start of this process lies with like alien technology. That's why it's like superpower in a game, like something that could work in a game. The planet thing has nothing to do with the game I was thinking of. That's only because Chris went on a whole philosophical level. I was like, well, I have thought about how this technology could be used in other ways than make cool robots that shoot bang bang and fight with swords. But yeah, just that was my with the technomancy, the ability to create more advanced, bigger technological structures that eventually could be used to collect cosmic dust, and then that to be used to create planets that are assimilation, or not assimilations,
replication.
Yeah, replicas of our Earth, because we know humans can exist on those planets. We know we can live on Earth, so just make new Earths. Trying to think of a fancy word for it, but hey, new Earth, Earth 2. Earth 2 Magic Boogaloo.
Let's call it Bob.
Okay, so.
Oh god.
I'm getting a lot
Some people might know that reference.
Wait, what was that?
I said let's call it Bob. Some people might know that reference.
I don't think I do.
Well, I guess you're not some people then. But Gary, you were gonna say something.
No, forgot what it was.
Okay.
But I guess I should move on to mine then.
Yes, it is your turn.
Yeah.
Okay, so a power I'd actually rather enjoy having would be psychokinesis.
Ooh.
Because just being able to move stuff without actually having to move, that'd be nice.
You know what? That's down to earth, and I like it. I would also love to
Yeah.
have that ability.
And you also wouldn't be restricted by what materials are made of. It'd just be a matter of, well, this thing exists, I can move it.
Yeah, and depending on how powerful you are, you can move just about anything. Huge asteroid heading towards Earth. Nah, I'm good.
Just move the planet out of the way.
I was more thinking of moving the asteroid, because moving the planet out of the way could create complications.
Math.
It's
No, you
fine.
just speed the moon up. Get over there.
Well, you could
No,
also just
that would cause complications immediately.
you could also just
Right
move.
away.
You could move everything slightly to the left. The sun, the earth, all of the Milky Way, just, to avoid that one rock.
Okay, but wouldn't that also risk some of the planets?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
sorry.
let's say, for example, Mercury's just to the left of the sun. If I move the sun to the left, that's Mercury gone.
No, I mean, move everything. If you move everything except that one rock that's hurtling through space towards Earth.
Jesus Christ, Danny! I know I was saying psychokinesis, but I'm not a fucking god.
Well, now I'm not impressed anymore. No, I still
But
like
no,
that ability.
I was going to say that gets used in games a fair bit, but I think the only time I've seen it done in a way that I consider acceptable has probably been Sonic 06. For all the shit that game gets.
Please still go on.
Oh, it's just because of how simplistic the controls are. The way it's laid out is pretty simplistic in and of itself. So the way you manipulate things is with like a maximum of 2 to 3 buttons. So it's just kind of simple. But now something I'd like to see in a game. That's an interesting one. Mostly because I kept forgetting the options that I had set in stone in my mind. I suppose I'd like to see. I suppose I'd like to see both technomancy and technopathy both done rather well in a game, because I think was it Watch Dogs was kind of all about technopathy to an extent.
I just thought it was like sci-fi-ish, cyberpunk.
I mean, yeah, it was. I haven't actually played it, so I'm not 100% certain. I'm going off of what I've heard.
I think Watch Dogs Legion is technically advanced, but they're not controlling it mentally.
Yeah, I think
it's all just remote.
Yeah, with hackers.
Yeah, I was thinking it was a remote, but it was the way it's done would effectively be the kind of way you do technopathy in a game.
Yeah, then
you just
instead of putting up your phone, you have your brain.
Yeah, but then you could always have, say, an animation of you like raising your arm or something. I don't know. It'd be a different animation, but the same end result, basically.
But the thing is that my idea was originally like technomancy for a game that I've thought of game mechanics.
Yeah, you ended up kind of extracting that and just saying, well, I just want to be able to do this.
Well, it's more like, if I had this ability that I've wanted to have, that I've designed for a game, what's the most influential thing I could do with it? If you had the ability
just because I've raised the bar so much.
Yes, because you raised the bar. So I didn't get to mention my cool game with the skull that you fight other robots, and then you can design your own body from scratch, and then if that's destroyed too heavily, you can remove your skull and try to take over either a fallen enemy or a new enemy and all that. I didn't get to explain.
That's perfectly fair.
Yeah.
But I still thought it was a fun concept idea, play, like mind exercise. It was a nice mind exercise.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was something I was going to add, and I forgot what it was.
I'm sorry.
Bugger.
Oh, you want buggery?
Words of wisdom.
Gary wanted buggery in the game. Okay, now we know.
What? No.
Well, that's what you said. You've forgotten something, and then you were like, "Oh yeah, buggery." Wasn't that what you said?
No, I said bugger.
I
As in,
know.
oh bugger.
I know. I'm just messing with you, Gary.
This is payback for earlier. This is payback for the stink lines.
Everybody always. You know what? It is. Stink lines aren't real. 2021. I should know. Wait.
Right.
Oh yeah, words of wisdom.
Are we going on to words of wisdom or?
Unless Gary can remember what he forgot. I'll take that as a no.
No.
I'm gonna remember it at some point after we finished recording. I know it.
Oh god.
So we might.
Well,
as
you can
move on
type
to
it in the
words of
comments
wisdom.
section.
That way I can remember it.
Yeah, you can, like Chris said, you can type it in the comic section.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. If I start out with my words of wisdom,
Go on.
you can write something out in stone, but just don't bury it in sand.
I'm not smart enough to know what that means.
If something is set in stone, you're better not. You're better off not hiding it, because then you might lose what it was.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
And that's because Gary is so forgetful.
This is Chris's very subtle way of saying make fucking notes.
Oh. I see.
And it's not a very subtle way because it's kind of obvious, but
It was settled for me because I'm stupid. I mean, yeah. Gary, do you have words of
look,
wisdom?
at least he flat out said what it was.
But Gary, do you have words of wisdom, or should I start?
You start. I'm still working on it.
Okay.
I'm still partially trying to remember what it was that I was thinking of as well.
Okay. My words of wisdom is: hey, have you ever worn jeans and stuff, and they're all tight?
That's not words of wisdom, but to answer the question, yes.
Yeah.
That's why I don't wear jeans.
Well, try sweatpants, because I just got some new sweatpants and they're fucking comfortable. And I've been wearing them very often because it just feels so non-restrictive. And I know Chris is gonna say, "Oh, you've been eating too much," and he's right. But I don't care. Of course, I like my sweatpants.
I didn't need to say a thing.
He deserves his freedom.
Oh yeah, words of wisdom. Yeah, sweatpants, heckin' cool. That's my words of wisdom.
Do they make you sweat?
Well, no, they're heckin' cool, which means I guess they would make me not sweat.
Okay, Gary, it's all on you. Dum.
Okay then. If you feel like life is going too fast, just stop. Just stop and take a breather. Look around. Observe the natural wonders from around you. See if it helps put things into perspective. And also, evidently, stink lines are totally real and Danny's bullshitting.
Oh, I'm bullshitting. Gary, did you Google that words of wisdom?
No, I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It does sound a bit about a character for you.
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely just like took a breather, and then I was like, "Hey, wait a minute, that'd be a good one." So yeah, that was genuinely off the top of my head.
So essentially, what he said was stop and smell the roses.
Yep. Unless there are bees in there, don't disturb the bees. Just not the bees.
Bee gun.
I just Googled words of wisdom and yours were the first that showed up.
I'm calling bullshit because I did not look.
You're right. It didn't show up. You can't be. Fine. Remember to like and subscribe, post the comments, smack the bell, and have a nice day.
You know what? Here's some more words of wisdom. Because you know by now I'm prone to forgetting what it is I'm saying. In the comments, come up with some words of wisdom. Maybe what we'll do from now on is read them.
I say Gary should do his own homework, but that's. But on that note, comment, subscribe, like, all that shit. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. Say bye bye.
Tally ho.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.